Hey. Been a while since I've actually had my voice in a video that wasn't just a recording of myself. I don't think I've had my voice in like a gameplay type video like this since I was like 12. I probably still sound like I'm 12 though. Anyway, someone wanted to see Damian's spaces. So I'm gonna show those. For context, this is my Elseworld sort of warped version of Damian that Talia sort of made be what she wants. So like he has effectively taken over the world and stuff, so like it's his regime, though really he doesn't really want to be doing it, but Talia sort of backed him into a corner, so like she's really the one at the heart of it, and she's kind of using him. But he's supposedly the leader. He uses the title High Lord Assassin, which is why his name in the game is HLADamian. And in the regime, John is his buddy and sort of serves as sort of like what Enkidu was to Gilgamesh, which is why he actually even uses the name Enkidu. And of course, I do involve a lot of gay subtext. Though anything about that would be like when they're a bit older, so like it's not like a 13-year-old and a 10-year-old or anything. Like any gay subtext is only once they're old enough that the age gap stops being weird, because like it's after a while, because otherwise it would be pretty weird. But anyway, because of that, I do have a mixture of Batman and Superman stuff in a lot of these bases to tie into the fact that, well, they're kind of living together. And they generally live in Wayne Manor, I would think, and also like the Al Ghul little like castle thingy. But this base, which I have named HLA Living Quarters, is essentially his and John's just sort of little offshoot. Like it's their little space that's like a sort of apartment almost. That's when they just wanna, like, it's like another home but a smaller one for when they want to go off somewhere, just the two of them, for any reason. Just a little more private from like the rest of, from like Talia and such. Because you don't always want your mom right there when you're an adult. Even though my toon isn't an adult in the story, by the time my story takes place, he is. But in the game, he's still a kid. I've got a little bathroom I need to get some kind of divider or like door or something here. And also I need to try to get the nice toilet because it's Damien. And like even before he's got like a fucking world regime, I mean he's Bruce Wayne's son. He'd have the nice toilet. So I need to try to get that. And of course, I'm an animal lover and Damien's an animal lover, so I've just been getting him an army of pets that I've been building. Which is why, like, every time new content comes out, particularly seasonals, because they seem to be when we get pets the most, as in, like, base pets, I mean. I'm always eyeing it for any pets. I have a bunch of scoopses in my bases, because they're supposed to be, like, sort of patrolling security cameras. Though they are a bit annoying. But, when I tried to use Titans drones from the Titans episode, they just wanna be in the floor for some reason. Like, I got one after grinding for the source marks at the time, because, like, at the time I didn't really have a lot. But, like, I got the source marks for it, and I bought it, and then it was just in the floor. I don't know why. But it was. So I scrapped that idea. Then I was gonna use, like, the T-spears from from Metal Part 1, because they quite literally are the exact sort of thing that I was going to be using them for. They even, like, do the whole patrolling thing, and they scan stuff, and so they fit my concept to a T, and it would make sense for Damien to just be like, yeah, I'm going to take these for these spears. But apparently you can only have one per character for some reason. And there is, like, the malfunctioning one, but, like, it... Oh my god, Scoops, I get it. It's me. You don't have to report me to me. Oh my god. Oh, I also named the penguins, like, he named the Frigidus Victor, because Mr. Freeze. The Emperor Penguin Ignatius, because apparently there's a character that uses the name Emperor Penguin, and his regular name is Ignatius, which I didn't even know that was a name. It sounds like Ignite, which is a bit ironic for a penguin dude. Oh my god, Scoops. And where's the... here's the regular penguin. I named him Oswald because penguin. Because he's penguin's thing. So, yeah. Very basic surface level naming for these guys. So I have the console and the games, and Damien's got the little throne and then these chairs. I try to have a lot of the Eastern stuff because that's very appropriate for the character. And of course, Talia there because it's his mom. And I figured it would make sense for him to have, like, pictures of his mom in his house, because people have pictures of their families and such in their homes, so yeah. Oh, come on. Who did that? Why? For a while I was using this palatial woman portrait to be Martha Wayne, because there wasn't anything at the time in the game that was like actually her, and I wasn't really sure what to use for Thomas Wayne. But then when the Manor base came out and brought with it the Wayne family portrait item, so yeah, I guess that solves that problem. Just got some typical like living space, just like entertainment stuff. I mean, not like typical, but like typical for rich people. Jesus Christ, Scoops. And of course, little Batman shrine thingy. I'm just imagining that this little city is like a model of Gotham. Got the giant penny. And the grandfather clock because of the entrance to the Batcave. Kind of a weird placement for it. I do have some of the Dinah posters and such because she is in the regime. She and Ollie are, because of, like, not because of they believe in it, but because they want to be able to do their superhero stuff and save lives, and they don't want having to fight and resist and run from the regime keep them from saving those lives. So they've reluctantly joined it to be able to keep saving people. Oh my god. Titan's Tower feed. Another little Batman statue. The T-Rex. Crypto is by far the most destructive base pet. And that's saying something with those Pangbot people over there, those Pangbots. Yeah, Crypto's still more destructive than them. He also likes to set Teagle on fire. And she runs around screaming. That caught me off guard the first time I saw it happen. And, like, of course, I have the little kitchen area. And little table. More pride. More celebration of Clark because he's John's dad. Jesus Christ, Scoops! Talia again in Big Belly Burger because, I don't know. Just figured I should put something else in that space. I just figured that would look better than So that got cut off. So I'll just use the share factory or whatever it's called to splice these together. Anyway, so, and of course, bat signal in the window. More parent appreciation. Space dolphins because pets. Bees because pets. And then just a little cozy little fireplace area. Aquaman and Manor just because I needed something that would fit here, and that's what I had. That's what would work. And like this is like the little like training area. I have some stuff I still need to fill in. Because I do have some more of the like training and like dojo and gym stuff that I need to add, and I also need to get some more as well. Maybe some sparring targets. Oh my god. Scoops! And like the little bedroom, more pride there. Clock tower window and the bat signal, so like they can call him if they need him, like here specifically. They can, and like this particular signal and call him to this specific place. Oh, there he. Like, where's Tickle? Did he? Okay. This is, but yeah, like a little bedroom, mistletoe, just 'cause it's funny. Bird poster behind the raven because bird. I don't remember doing that, but my thought process was probably just, it's a bird, so I gave it a bird poster thing. Tapestry. Wonder Dog. Oh, I forgot the little emblem. I never noticed that. That went on the little dog bed. Oh, and the bowl too. That's... Huh. I do wish we had more, like, pet food bowls other than getting them specifically from the packs with the dogs, so that, like... Because, like, the cats need food, too. Like, why can't I just get... I also just wish there was more stuff for the pets in general. Just to make the base look more, like, lived in. Because, like, if your base is... If you make a base that's representing your character's, like, home or house, or just really any kind of base, and you have pets in it, like, you'd have the basic stuff for your pets. So it just seems kind of weird not having them. Like, it would just be nice to have, like, more food bowls and maybe water bowls and more beds that you didn't have to get from the packs with the dogs, and like litter boxes, and I still need to get some of those scratching posts. Maybe some toys. Yeah, like it would just be nice and help it feel more lived in. To actually have stuff that makes it look like you take care of your pets. And just a little romantic little area. I don't know. Just felt like it. Oh, little bats. Oh my god. Okay, so next one, R&D. And this is quite literally the R&D base. That's just like where he has people working on stuff. I still have more stuff I should probably put in here, but I'm just not really sure how like what I'm gonna do with it, how I'm gonna arrange stuff. I have my armory here because it's the appropriate base to have it in, I think. Like, just aesthetically, it makes the most sense. And this is one room of just random little science research things. With these little Legion screens that, like, they're meant to represent, like, little screens with information about, well, the stuff next to or under them or whatever. Of course, I have the little Doomsday. He apparently really likes corners because he's always in this corner. Always. Of course, Time Spear. I still need to get the other ones of these. If I remember correctly, there's the Amazonian Bracers, Fate's Helmet, Aquaman Trident. Was there another one? I think there was another one, too. But I don't think I'm quite prepared for the Elite, and that's how you get them, and I'm not sure how much they are on the broker right now, but probably still pretty expensive. So, yeah, probably gonna be a good while before I get those. And then I have like little meeting area. Not a whole lot here, just a meeting area. I put all these tables together to make a big table. And little infirmary area. Why is he way up here? What? Anyway. I have all these, like, stasis thingies, bunch of wheelchairs, like, just on hand. Pharmaceuticals and pills and shit. Hospital beds, because these are like surgery things. So these are the just regular like hospital beds, like after the surgeries. Yeah, not a whole lot in this one so far. Mostly because I'm not really sure how I want to arrange stuff. So I have the prison that I just named Hellbound Asylum, because edgy. This one also doesn't really have a lot, though it's mostly just because of running low on a lot of the stuff that I want to use in here. This is supposed to be sort of like, I'm just using the bombshell stuff because that's what I have. That's what's in the game that works for it, but this is supposed to be like the wanted wall, like of, because these characters are in the resistance. Though Babs is Oracle, because I do not approve of that erasure of her as a disabled woman. Not referring to bombshells as erasure specifically. Like, I just like in the main timeline, I mean. Because I'm not using the bombshells versions of the characters in my story, just that's what I have in the game to represent the wanted wall. Though Bombshell Starfire is just, I mean, look at her. Yeah, I'm a sucker for red hair, honestly. But yeah, because it's a prison, I wanted... Did he even say anything there? He acted like he was talking, but I didn't hear anything. Weird. But yeah, I wanted some sort of prisoners. I hope they give us more iconics that we can have in our base like this that I can use as prisoners. I just kind of used these Arkham fences to make a sort of DIY cell cage thing, because I didn't have any actual cage items that were a good size to put him in. So DIY cell it is. And some dead inmates. Nothing in this room, I guess. Jesus, Scoops. Like records and security and such area. Bat signal again. Yeah, and then I still need some sort of like door or something here, but like this is like the big bathroom area, and there's the tubs and the sink and all the toilets. Though maybe I should have more tubs and more sinks if I have this many toilets. And torture, questioning, and execution area, because dark. And so the force base is... Come on, load. Alright, here we are. Of course, I had to get him the Manor base because it's Wayne Manor and he's Damien. So... Okay, that music, alright. I just like having the little train around the Superman statue. No particular reason. The train doesn't represent any particular train of any particular significance. I just like how it looks, having it go around him. That's the entire reason. Just little hangout area. This is meant to be, I mean, not the whole manor, because it's not as big as the whole manor, but at least like a snippet of what Wayne Manor would look like in this world where like he's in control and shit. But of course he still honors his Wayne heritage. And because we can't actually use the doors in this game, I have to just boom. It's still quite bare right now, but this is his and John's bedroom at Wayne Manor. It still bugs me that this thing doesn't actually like exist until you activate it, and then suddenly the bookshelf exists. So like kind of defeats the purpose of like the secret door thing. Candor. Of course, homage to each of their families and pride. It just, what gets me is Clark and Lois being there with the flag. That just, that just, my heart. And their smiles, it just, So I also have a character that I'm sort of playing on this sort of question the whole time, at least once I actually write it, where like she's like the reader's supposed to like always sort of be questioning if she's like their daughter somehow, that they somehow used like comic science to have, or if she isn't, like if she's their daughter or not, and there is no actual like official, as in like from me that I've decided, like I guess official whatever, there is no like actual like right answer. Like it's supposed to be like open-ended and like you're never entirely sure if she's their daughter or not. But like this is meant to be her room, and it's also quite bare still. But I don't know what to put in here. So, there's still the old cave area. The mini Batcave. Mini Batcave. Of course, the mini Batwing here. But I have like this little area that's like honoring all the former allies and former friends that the regime had to, execute for their whole goals and all that. Though Tim's not actually dead. He actually was just barely alive, and like the rest of the resistance like took care of him and all, and so, but like the regime still thinks he is actually dead, and he takes up like a new identity to sort of let them think that. If I need something to represent Jason, but there isn't anything in this game, which is weird to me, because like we have all the main Robins, other than like Duke or the girls or anything, like the main guys. We have the main guys except Jason in the game, because like Dick was always in the game, Tim was always in the game from the start, and then when the Titans episode came out, Damien was added to the game. And then Jason's just nowhere. But you can get his outfit. But he himself... Did he die again? Like, where is he? Where is Jason? We have everyone but him. Where is he? It's especially weird, like, in the Titans episode, and in, like, certain moments where, like, all three of the other Robins meet up, and then Jason's just not there. Just strangely absent. So it's like, we have assembled all the Robins. Except we haven't. Because apparently, I guess Jason's stuck in some kind of limbo between existing and not existing. Yeah, I still need to get more, like, urns and coffins and things, and I do want to try to get the metal card for Bruce. And more, like, portraits and things in general. Though, the only wall space I have to work with in this section is, like, right here. Because, like, all the cave walls I can't actually put anything on, which is a little annoying. It's only this little bit of this room that I can put anything on, except, like, the floor. I can put stuff on the floor, but, like, the walls and ceiling, only in this little area, only in this little bit. The actual cave bit, no. But yeah, I can take a quick look through the base items I have, just in case anyone has any suggestions on like placements for anything, or like things that I should see if I can get that could work for any of these bases. Or like advice on what you think the best ways of getting them are, because like some of them there's a few ways to get them, but like some of those ways might be better or like more efficient or whatever. Some of the Batman stuff was actually sent to me, so I do want to just appreciate that. Because, like, I made a forum post a while back, like, just asking, like, suggestions, like, here's my basic character concept, and here's what some of my bases for this character are. Or, I'm not asking for any items, but, like, I'm just asking for suggestions, so don't worry, I'm not trying to beg, just what are some suggestions? And someone was like, yeah, I know you said you're not trying to beg, but I have some items, so, here. I was just like, oh, okay, thanks. I did not expect that. So, like, I do want to just acknowledge and appreciate that while I'm here. Yeah, Damien has a lot of shit. Though I guess that's appropriate, because Damien... I remember once seeing someone that had made a Damien character in the game begging in shout chat for like a bunch of in-game cash, and everyone just immediately jumped on the opportunity to just make a bunch of jokes about how, oh, like, dude, your dad's a billionaire. Just memeing on him. Yeah, I know I'm going kind of fast, but there's just a lot of stuff. Like, I kind of have to go pretty fast, or we'd be here forever. Like, when you're placing base items, you can, like, sort them. I wish you could do that when, like, looking at your inventory. If you could go, like... if you could, like, sort out, like, the beds, or... Or, like, floor, ceiling, wall items. Like, that would be helpful in, like, checking what you have. Instead of, like, having to... go through a million items. Yeah, with the base pets, some of the ones that I really want are pretty much any version of Bat Hound, but I especially want the like the Golden Age one that's like the German Shepherd with the little bat mask and the little bat symbol on his collar. I also would like to have Damien's and his whole like crew of pets. So like Alfred the cat and Titus and Goliath and Batcow. I also really want Dexstar, both just in general and because I have a Red Lantern character that is a cat, and she already has Teakle and Isis, so I just think it would be really perfect and just really funny for her to have Dexstar in her base. Because she is a Red Lantern cat and he is a Red Lantern cat. But she's Anthro and he's just a regular cat. So, like, yeah, it would just be funny, and I really want him. Just because of that. Just because it would be funny. Like, no other reason. Just the humor. Well, and also because he's cool. But mostly the humor. Oh, forgot about that. Comet the super horse would be funny. Oh man, that character is so weird. And also that, like, super monkey or whatever that was a thing. At what point? I was super happy to get Streaky. What other pets are there? The Wonder Twins have a monkey as well, don't they? Like an alien monkey. Oh, and Harley's hyenas. Because at this point they're Harley's hyenas, not Joker's hyenas. But yeah, it'd be fun to have them. Who else? Oh, Wonder Woman's kangaroo. The cats and dogs that were in Birds of Prey episode. The lions that have been used a few times. The gorillas. Some unconventional pets, like stuff other than the typical cats and dogs, so like snakes. I have a snake in real life, actually. What other DC critters are there? Oh yeah, Chip. The little Green Lantern beaver dude. Maybe a little aquarium with one of those, like, Joker fish things. Hmm. Hmm. What else is there? That's all the, like, critters off the top of my head that, like, I can think of, like, straight off the top of my head. But we do have that, like, Mixoplick leprechaun saying that's sort of like the ambush bug pal. I would probably put him in my prison, except I'm pretty sure he, like, teleports around, so that wouldn't really work. But it would be fun to have Batmite as well. Um, and just more iconics to be in your base in general. It would be especially fun if they would, like, occasionally say stuff. Much like the ambush bug base pal does. And extra fun if it varied on, like, which faction your character was compared to which faction the iconic was. Like, it doesn't even need to be, like, new lines or anything. They could just, like, use existing lines, like those ones where, like, the fanboy and more than you could chew feats, like those ones, like what the iconics that are part of those feats say when you run into them. Like, they could use some of those lines. At least for those iconics. Others, they could just take random little snippets if they didn't want to record new lines. But yeah, mostly I just want them for my prison. I'm gonna be honest, I just want them for my prison. Well, there are some that could work for, like, other bases. Because, like, Talia could work in here. Like, just going about her life. But most of them I want for my prison. Would also be cool to have, like, scientists for that R&D base that I have. That would be neat. Like, just generic people as well, like, just, like, staff for certain types of bases, like those scientists, or, like, wardens for the prison, like, stuff like that. Yeah, okay, I should probably just end now. Okay, thanks and for the interest in my character and my bases. I'm very awkward. I'm not good at ending videos. Bye.